Good morning, students of Standard 9th. Welcome back to the fourth and final video of the story in the Kingdom of Fools. So, chapter number 4 from the supplementary reader Moments, taken from one of the stories translated by A.K. Ramanujan from Kannada. Now, disciple was about to be executed. We left it there. What happened after that? The disciple is reminded of his guru. The Guruji, who was a wise man, had told him that it was a city of fools and they could harm him. Now that they were taking him along to execute him, the helpless disciple prayed to his guru and asked him to come to his rescue. The guru could visualize the disciple's message due to his magical power. He could see everything. He could see the future, the present, and the past. He could see everything in the vision. The Guru arrived there to save his disciple. The disciple was trapped in a difficult, serious situation. They were about to execute him, although he had not done anything wrong. So the Guru came to rescue him from this situation. As the Guru met the disciple, he scolded him because he had not obeyed him and stayed back. He whispered something into his ears. The Guru tried to trap the king in his words. He asked him who was greater between a Guru and his disciple. The king replied that of course the Guru was greater. The Guru said that for this reason the king must execute him before executing his disciple. When the disciple heard his Guru's words, he started shouting that he wanted to die first. When the Guru and his disciple started arguing that who would die first, the king got confused. He asked the Guru that why did he want to die? They had caught the disciple because he was fat and they wanted a fat man who could be executed with the stake. The Guru refused to reply. He said that he wanted to die before his disciple died. The king felt that there was some mystery behind it. The Guru wanted to die before his disciple and was so eager to die. There must be some reason behind it. Obviously, the king became curious. Someone wants to die first, who was not even part of the entire case, or he was not even a member of the city. The Guru asked the king to promise him that he would execute him first if he told him the secret about why he wanted to be executed first. The king promised that he would execute him first. Then the Guru took the king aside and slowly told him that they had roamed around the world, the whole world, but had not seen a city and a king like him. He added that the stake which they used to kill the disciple was the stake of justice. As it was new, it had not killed any criminal. Further, he said that the one who would die first on the stake would be reborn as the king of the kingdom. By telling all this, he is trying to trap the king, obviously. The one who would die next would be reborn as the minister of this kingdom. The Guru added that he was tired of the life of a sannyasi. He and his disciple wanted to live the life of a king and a minister. So he says that the king execute him first so that he is reborn as the king, and after him his disciple be executed so that he is reborn as a minister. After listening to the Guru, the king was in deep thought. He did not want that the next life his kingdom be snatched away from him. He discussed this with his minister. The king told his minister that he did not want that in the next life his kingdom be taken away. He added that the person was a holy man and holy men did not speak lies. He says that they should die first so that they are reborn as king and minister of the kingdom. The king told the executioner that he would send the criminals at night. Firstly, they should execute the person who came first and then execute the second person. They should be careful and not make any mistake. At night, the king and his minister went to the person where the Guru prison, where the Guru and his disciple were kept. They wore the clothes of the Guru and his disciple so that they resembled them. As it was told to the servants, they came and took them along and put them into the stake for execution. In this way, with his intelligence, the Guru was able to execute his foolish king and his foolish minister. When the dead bodies of the king and his minister were taken away to be thrown, the people trembled to see the dead bodies of the king and his minister. People were trembling because the dead bodies were not of the Guru and his disciple. Instead, they were the bodies of the king and his minister. The people of the kingdom thought that they needed a king and a minister, and so they requested the Guru and his disciple to be the new king and minister of the kingdom. The disciple agreed quickly, but it took some time to make the Guru agree upon this. The Guru agreed to be the king of the kingdom, but on the condition that from then everyone would work in the day and sleep at night. Also, the cost of things would vary and not be one to do for anything as it was the system earlier. It would be like any other place where everything had different rates. Finally, the Guru converted the kingdom of fools into a normal kingdom. So this is the end of the video. Hopefully you students liked it, enjoyed it. You can pause and note down the value points mentioned till I come up with my next video for the next chapter. Goodbye. All of you stay safe and study well.